Every business is created to make money. There are enjoyable ways to make money and less enjoyable ways to make money. I have chosen the enjoyable route by building an asset under administration or AUA business model. This means that I can focus on what matters most, taking care of my client's portfolio. Even without any new sales, my business revenue can continue to grow as long as I'm investing correctly for my clients. So this is a story that I seldom share. I started off as a Navy regular. So even my early days in the Navy, I was very interested in how money works and all. So I read books and all. After I exited the Navy, I wanted to join the finance industry. And because the insurance industry, as you all know, is always recruiting. So I spent 2 to 3 years in the insurance industry. And I think this period has helped me hone a lot of soft skills, how to communicate with people. But I also figured that the business wasn't something that I was looking for because I was constantly trying to hit sales targets. And it wasn't something that was it was financially fulfilling, but it wasn't something that fulfilled my own personal aspirations. So after a few years in the insurance industry, I figured that, there's actually a better model, which is the AUA model, which is more aligned to my own values, because I wanted something that didn't revolve around having to sell permanently throughout my business. At some point, I wanted to focus on meaningful client relationships, meaning to say that I want to meet the clients to build their retirement plan, build their investments with them. That was what I truly wanted. And that's when I transitioned myself from the insurance industry over to IGM. So transitioning over to IGM was a very good choice because it allowed me to build this AUA business, which is a lot more scalable and a lot more sustainable. I like to talk about this client of mine because this is the first client that I advised him from the pre-retirement all the way to retirement. So this client actually came from Hong Kong. So at that point in time, he was talking about his relocation. He didn't want to stay in Hong Kong anymore. He wanted to shift his assets to Singapore. He wanted to become like a global citizen. So basically, he could stay in Hong Kong for a while, US for a while, because his children were in US, and then in Asia for a while. So that was his ideal retirement. So we spent a few years moving his assets and planning for this. So the interesting thing is that the planning process took 2 to 3 years. But eventually, when he retired, I got to see all the scribbles that we had on the plan, right, come to fruition. So it's a very satisfying process because I see my work happen in reality, translate to a good life for my client. IGM is safe and dynamic. Safe because at IGM, we don't really play rank, right? So anyone with the best ideas would win. So even if you are a new advisor, as long as you have good ideas, it will be heard. And because of this openness, that leads me to the second word, which is dynamic, right? We're very open ideas, we're very open to change, and we're always looking for new ways to make things better. There are 2 key things that I do. The first one is to take care of my client's investment portfolio, also known as helping them make money. The second thing that I do as a team leader, as a team director, is to take care of the new generation of advisors, primarily to help them, train them to provide sound financial advice, as well as help them build a sustainable AUA business. In my first year, it was rather grueling and a lot of sacrifices have to be made. Many people would think that I come from a privileged background, but that's actually not true. I came from a very humble background. So whatever I lacked in network in the first year, I made it up with hard work. In my first year in the business in IGM, out of 365 days, I will work 364 days. And the only one day that I'm not working is actually National Day, right? Even for Christmas, New Year and all. And the reason I'm not working is because nobody want to meet me during National Day. And in fact, every single day that I work, I would start my day at 9 a.m. and I'll end at 11 p.m. Every single day. So in my first year of the business, my personal target was that I wanted to hit a $4 million net sales. But I had no high net worth clients. I have no rich clients, right? So how I went about it was that I took $4 million and I broke it down into 12 months. I divided by 12 and I divided by 30 days, which is I needed to bring in about 10,000 to 12,000 of AUA every single day. So small clients, but a lot of them. So what I did was that I had a physical calendar, not the Google calendars that you all use nowadays. Physical calendar, and I would write the names of the people I meet in each box every single day. So I'll meet people every single day from 9 a.m. all the way to 11 p.m. So the first year was not easy because a lot of effort was put in, a lot of sacrifices had to be made. In fact, I'm a father of two, so a lot of times when I get home late at night, I usually do not even get to say goodnight to my children because they will be asleep already. And then the next day I send them to school, and the day starts again. After the first year, I built a good base of clients, and business became a lot more sustainable and scalable from then on. What I like most about IGM is the culture that supports the AUA business. So I think in any business, end of the day, we want to provide value in exchange to make money for ourselves, right? Realistically, every business is made to make money, right? Generate revenue. So the AUA business is something that is very interesting because at some point when AUA is sizable enough, you can actually stop doing so much of sales. Instead, you can just focus on taking care of the client's portfolio. So I think this is one of those rare win-win situations where the advisor can make more money by helping the client make more money, because we charge a fee on the portfolio that we manage. If the client makes more money, meaning the account value goes up, our business revenue goes up. So this is a win-win for both parties. If you're considering a change, I'll encourage you to take a leap and let's connect.